Welcome to another edition of the San Diego Prep Insider Podcast. Tommy Morris with Montell Allen, as always, from NBA Sports Recruiting and San Diego Friday Night Lights magazine. Montell, how'd you enjoy the games last week?
Oh, everything was excellent. I mean, besides the one upset that I picked, the one upset that happened to me that you picked, everything went pretty well. I just want to start off. I'm very impressed with Westview. I mean, hands down, I didn't think their offense was that strong and could do what they did against San Marcos, and they were able to do it. So, I tip my hat to them first and foremost. And then, last week was good. It was a good week. This week, I think it'll even be better. To be honest with you.
All right, so you were just talking about Westview. That means they're probably still going to be your top 10, I would assume, after being San Marcos. So who else is in that top 10?
Oh, my top 10. Let's go from 10 all the way on up. Number 10, I got Grossman, who's at 4-0. They're playing really, really good ball over there. Alex Lillard, so strong safety, leading that defense all the way. I'm very proud of them from East County. Next, number 9 is El Camino, who also is at 4-0, playing really good ball. Keely Smith has those guys ripping and rolling over there. Number 8, I got Madison. I know they're 2-2 right now, but I think they're going to come back strong this week and be 3-2. And they'll be, once they get to conference and league, they'll be able to win the rest of the way on out, I believe. Their only test will be Bonita Vista at the end of the season. Number 7, I have Mission Bay, 5-0. That three-headed monster over there with Clark, Ransom, and Dumas over there playing excellent ball. My number 6 is Westview, who we were just talking about. That defense is just strong. I mean, they're one of the strongest defenses in the county, in my opinion. Next, probably the Saints and those guys. Wrapping up my top 5, number 5 is Christian. Number 4 is Oceanside. And my usual 3, Helix is at number 3, Saints is at number 2, and Mission Hill's at number 1. I can put Helix at number 2 and Saints at number 3. Those guys are vice versa, they can intertwine or interchange with each other. But those are my top 10. Mission Hill's number 1, Saints number 2, Helix number 3.
I guess we'll go through my top 10 now, and I'll just go through them real quick. Sneaking back into my top 10, I know they still have a losing record, but Cathedral Catholic, they win at Bakersfield Liberty. Had to put them back in there. Rancho Bernardo with their win over Carlsbad, which I didn't see coming. Put them back in my top 10 as well. El Camino at number 8. Christian at number 7 now because, drum roll please, Westview in my top 10 now. After I had to go watch and see it. I went to the game, saw them beat San Marcos. Very impressed. So they're at number 6 now. La Costa Canyon all the way up to number 5. After not a very big win over Vista, but they still won. So got to keep sneaking them up. And with some teams losing, it's just kind of how the cookie crumbled. Oceanside still at number 4, and then my top 3, the same as they were last week. Saints at 3 after beating Eastlake big. I almost moved them up to 2, but I couldn't do that. Mission Hills with a big win over Escondido, and Helix on a bye. So we picked some games last week. You had took the upper hand last week as far as I was concerned. I went 3-3. You went 4-2. Let's take a look at those really quickly. I had Carlsbad against Rancho Bernardo. You had that right. We both had Saints. We've got that correct. Olympian. Neither of us saw it coming. Point Loma losing to Olympian.
Yes, we got about that one real quick. I mean, Olympians won. Their defense did great. The quarterback Gannon over there played excellent. But on a sour note for Point Loma, Jalen Griffin got hurt early, first quarter. Their big star running back, and I think that just took all sales out of Point Loma at that point. Go ahead, Tommy.
Oh, yeah. We were talking a lot about Gary Cannon last week. I want to keep talking about him. Everyone needs to pay attention to this guy. He's a great player over there at Olympia.
He's the real deal. If no one knows about him, they should know about him now. He is the real deal quarterback. Absolutely.
Moving on a little bit more, Westview, San Marcos, both got that wrong. We talked about that already today. Granite Hills with the win. We both got that right. And Bishops in a close one over Hilltop. Both of us got that correct as well. So with that, we got to move on to this week's picks. We got 6 games to get to. We're going to start with my number 1, Helix, traveling to Bonita Vista.
And your number 1, I picked to win. Helix is just playing, at least the last game they played, they are playing precision football. All those superstars they have on their team and all that talent, they're in tune. Not to take anything away from Bonita Vista. I think Bonita Vista has an eclectic of guys on their own that are superstars, that are great players. They got the running back over there. I forget slips my name, but the running back over there, he's very good. The quarterback they got, Posada over there. They got the receiver combination with, I think Quentin Harrison is coming back this week. I think he makes his debut this week against Helix. But I think Helix is just too much. Scotty Young, the junior, just got offered from Colorado. He's playing at a high level. Nate Stinson's probably him and Elijah Preston are the 1-2 or 2-1 best running backs in the county by far as of right now. Michael Austin's playing great ball for Helix. I just don't see anything stopping Helix right now from this point on. So I got Helix over Bonita Vista.
Yeah, Helix is tough to stop. Bonita Vista, I like them, and I think Greg Belzer we're talking about over at Bonita Vista, the running back, future Aztec. But Helix is, in my opinion, the best team in San Diego, so I'm probably never going to pick against them in any game that we ever pick. Moving on, a couple teams we don't get to talk about that much. I'm kind of excited about this. Santana going to Mar Vista.
Surprisingly, Santana's, man, I mean, their offense is average, damn near 40 points a game. I mean, that offense is clicking. Mar Vista's a team I haven't seen very much. I know they got an exciting player at running back over there. I haven't got a chance to watch him live yet or watch him even actually on film too much, but I heard he's dynamic. But Santana their offense is putting up, like I said, they put up 50 points already 4 times this year. So I'm picking them to win. I think their offense is going to be too much for Mar Vista. Plus, I think the Santana's schedule playing in that East County is a little bit tougher than the conference that Mar Vista plays in.
Yeah, Mar Vista hasn't really been tested much so far this year, but I'm going to take him. I think we're thinking of Spurl over there at Mar Vista. Khalil Spurl, great running back, only a junior right now. Santana, I will agree with you. Santana's had a harder schedule to this point, which kind of scares me for picking Mar Vista because we don't really know what they're going to bring to the table when they are playing a little bit tougher opponent. But I'm going to stick with them. I'm picking Mar Vista. But I agree with you. Santana's offense, Frankie Gutierrez, quarterback there, doing a heck of a job in Santana. So, a matchup of an East County school now, North County school, Grossmont going all the way to Poway. Poway, one of the few North County schools that are actually playing this week. A lot of bye weeks. Who do you have?
Yeah, I'm going to take East County again. I'm going to go with Grossmont. I think Grossmont's defense is playing great. Like I said, Alex Lillard, outside linebacker, strong safety. He's been laying big bogus hits on people and stoning the run coming up. Their defense has been strong. I know Poway's playing really, really good ball. They've been tested already this year, playing some tough opponents. But the surprising point is Grossmont's offense is actually pretty much clicking right now. They're playing really good. I'm going to go with them. Slight edge, though. I'm just giving them a slight edge. I think Poway's going to give them a game, but I'm going to have to give it to Grossmont on this one.
This is going to be a great game. And Grossmont comes in, undefeated. Poway's had a couple losses, but they've had a tough schedule. I mean, they've had to play Mission Hills. They've had to play El Camino. So these are understandable losses. They played Torrey Pines last week. It was closer than it should have been. There was 2 defensive touchdowns that Poway gave up to Torrey Pines. But other than that, Poway's defense is unreal. They've been great all year. Led by middle linebacker Leo Roncis. Small guy, but plays middle linebacker, smart kid. I'm going to go with Poway.
What are you going with?
Had to go with Poway.
There you go. I'll give you that one. That's good. I mean, the last 2 games they're coin tosses. We don't know. So you're right. So we'll split on those. Who we got next?
This is an interesting one. This is the battle of the small schools. They'll probably see each other somewhere in the playoffs. I think they're in the same division unless Mater Dei moved up. Bishop's going to Mater Dei. Who do you have, Montell?
Wow. And I'm rubbing my eye in my head because this is one of the toughest games, bar none, that we've had to try to call yet. I'm a big fan of CJ Verdell, the running back in Mater Dei. But Bishop's is freaking every time they just come out of nowhere and are able to do amazing things. This is the first time I'm going to go against Bishop's, though. I'm going to pick Mater Dei. I think Mater Dei is ready. I think CJ Verdell he's one of the dynamic players in the county as a junior. I think he's going to be phenomenal next year as well as a senior. And they have a few other players on Mater Dei that, people don't speak about. But I think Mater Dei is going to get Bishop's. I think this is going to be Bishop's hardest test to this point. I know they had a tough one last week against Hilltop. I think Mater Dei would blow Hilltop out of the water. So I'm going to go on Mater Dei.
Yeah, when we were looking at the schedule earlier this week, I looked at this game. I was like, this is by far the best game of the week. I'm excited to see this. Here's kind of a weird one. So originally I did have Mater Dei, but then the news came out that they had to forfeit against LCAP, and I'm not sure why still, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened there, but that kind of happened, and I think that might throw them off a little because they were undefeated. They had a good thing going. Either that or they'll be able to put it behind them and they'll play a good game. But Bishop's had kind of a disappointing week last week at Hilltop. They had the win, but again, like you said, you thought Mater Dei would blow them out. I thought Bishop's would blow out Hilltop, and they didn't. Maybe Hilltop's a little better than we think. But I think Bishop's kind of wakes up after that game. They play a good one, and I have got Bishop's.
Wow. Well, it's going to be an interesting week this week. Okay.
Yeah, one of us is going to take a big lead this week. The other one's going to be pretty upset. I have a feeling that's what's going to end up happening. Moving on to a couple of the teams we haven't talked about all year yet. Orange Glen traveling to El Cajon Valley.
Amazing. Two teams right now, both only with one loss apiece. El Camino Valley, who's usually a team dwelling in the cellar in the East County, is at 3-1, and Orange Glen, who's at 4-1 right now. I like El Cajon Valley simply just because of tougher schedule. Period. Nothing against Orange Glen. I know Orange Glen's played a lot of smaller schools. I don't think they've been battle tested. I think El Cajon Valley's gonna have a little bit too much speed for them.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think El Cajon Valley has a couple better athletes, and they've had a tougher schedule up to this point. I think that's gonna show in this game. I've got El Cajon Valley as well. In our sixth and final game, West Hills going to Valhalla.
Valhalla versus West Hills. I'm gonna go with Valhalla, and I'm gonna speak very, very highly of. I like Danny Bender over there. I love Logan Baker. I think they're the Orange Crush defense over there. But I think the big difference is going to be Jerome Johnson, the big running back at Valhalla. He's a load to carry around the junior. He runs the ball hard and very downhill. West Hills has Spencer Moyer over there with Taj Bloomfield. Great combination. I don't know if they have enough. Every time they seem to be in the games, they seem somehow to figure out they can't pull off the close games. I think this will be close all the way to the third quarter until that Valhalla defense starts wearing them down. I'm going with Valhalla.
Yeah, Valhalla's defense, I mean, you look at their games they've won, or they lost this game, sorry, but they've given up 14 points, 10 points, 0 points, 7 points.
Yes.
Tough to beat. But and on the contrary, their offense looked really, really good in the last 2 weeks. Great. It was against Marvis and Patrick Henry, putting up 47 and 49 points. I think that will be too much for West Hills. I also have Valhalla in this one. So that means going over our picks again, we both have Helix over Bonita Vista. You have Santana. I've got Mar Vista. You got Grossmont. I have Poway. You have Mater Dei. I have Bishops. We both have El Cajon Valley, and we both have Valhalla. Our records to this point, you are one game up, 21-9. I'm stuck at 20-10, but that's not bad. I'll take that. It's respectable.
We're still doing okay. We're still doing. I mean, we're over 500% collectively, big time.
Anything else? Yeah. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
No, we just got some. I just think, with all the bias going on, I want everybody to get healthy. Going into the second half of the season, it's going to be a big push for the playoffs. I think this year's going to be the toughest round to pick for playoffs going in. The guys are going to get buys and what and so on. That's pretty much. We're also starting the SDNFL All Stars. We're starting to send out the invites to everybody. So you seniors out there, be prepared to get invites to come to the game. And we just wish everybody the best of luck. I just think the most important thing, we want these guys to get healthy. I want everybody to be full strength to see who's the best in the county.
Yeah, we want to make sure that the teams we're getting, it's the best version of that team. We don't want anyone to be stuck with any injuries. Montell, thanks for joining us again, and we will see you all next week.